Hi, this is Dana. Welcome on my channel. And here on my channel, I speak about spiritual warfare. And today in this video, I will talk about transmutation. God insisted on me describing more in detail how transmutation is being done. I touched a little bit on this topic in the initial videos where essentially I connected the topic of transmutation with the silent meditation. But God guided me that at this point in time, it is needed a more in-depth description of how transmutation should be done. And God has been showing me that many people are struggling with these issues. And it's very important right now for people to understand what it means and how it's done successfully. To be honest, when I started this channel last year, this was the topic which God showed me that is most important to discuss. So, talking about transmutation, right? Now, usually you transmute something that it's of lower vibration, negative or toxic, in one way or another. It's a relationship, it's a topic, it's a trauma that you have been through, an injustice being done to you, a loss, a grieving, something negative in your life. Yeah. Now, on thought level, to position yourself towards, in order to achieve transmutation, you position yourself towards that topic, towards that individual. And you must understand and keep in mind always that true closure happens only in certain circumstances. When you have two people or more at a similar level of maturity and willingness to heal that issue properly. Otherwise, if they don't have the same level of maturity or willingness and honesty in acknowledging the problem, identifying the cause, finding a solution, and agreeing or accepting a mutual point of view, if you don't have that, any kind of discussion on that topic doesn't give you closure, but it can draw you into fights, into more hurt. It can escalate even in insults, in more trauma, more frustration, more pain. Essentially, a toxic pattern of going back and forth on the same topic, either within yourself or in a dialogue with somebody else. Okay, so there are very few situations in life when you have the proper conditions to truly reach closure on a topic, especially if you want to reach closure together with somebody else. Usually, the two individuals are not reaching all of these conditions um, at the same time. So you must deal with that topic somehow by yourself many times, in many situations, and in many relationships, in which you keep obsessing about why she said this, why he said this, why didn't I say this, why didn't he say this, why didn't he do this, why didn't, what it meant if he said this, or all sorts of negative thoughts, which essentially lead you nowhere. Now, usually people go towards the concept of forgiveness and closure, and everybody says forgiveness gives you closure. That is not necessarily so, I must say. And as opposed to thinking of forgiveness and closure, which practically talking about forgiveness involves a process of deliberation, a process of judgment, a process of which usually is subjective. It's very seldom that you find individuals that are able to do a very objective evaluation of a situation, especially if it's immediately after you went through that hurt, pain, and especially if, for example, it's about a relationship where one is in love and the other one maybe not, or maybe the other one betrayed, cheated in a way or another. So forgiveness, it's the wrong way to go about it, simply because It calls for a judgment, a deliberation, and in many times this is an unhealthy process because it doesn't lead you to an outcome. Okay, it just doesn't lead you to an outcome. um, Transmutation, on the other hand, is a process of detachment, a distance, non-judgment, a process focused on healing yourself. Okay, not on solving the problem. Okay, you don't look for an answer, you don't look for a solution, you don't look for a resolution, you look for healing. Okay, transmutation is a healthy way to let go and heal, while you focus on doing whatever spiritual fighting you have to do, which is essentially at the core of that issue. This empowers you to move on, to create, and to revisit the issue at a later time when the pain, the hurt is not that strong, and you will be able to see things in a different light, maybe, or at least you will be able to see things um, less emotionally, and it will hurt you less. Okay, now how you achieve transmutation. I already made 2 videos on this channel about the silent meditation and about the mystic prayer. These two are essential in transmutation, right? Silent meditation, please go and watch again the video, how silent meditation works. It essentially helps you to clean the negative energy coming from the issue which bothers you, from a certain number of centers of energy. And usually, if it's about something negative, usually it's brain level, heart chakra, and soul level, of course, and solar plexus. These are most affected. Sometimes it depends, what are you transmuting. It can be, for example, you need to transmute some kind of darkness energy which has been an attack on your sacral chakra or the root chakra or whatever. But now silent meditation will help you clean those centers. How will silent meditation help you? Mainly, you focus on isolating this issue and cleanse your energy, right? So isolating in your body the energy related to this issue from your energy, right? This is the detachment. Essentially, from energetic point of view, this is how you achieve detachment. You go within your body, and through silent meditation, and light body meditation, you isolate the energy associated to the topic or the individual, and your own energy, right? You distinguish between the two of them. Then um, you focus on making a ball of energy, um, gathering from your entire light body, from your entire body, from your entire energetic body, from all your chakras, gathering the energy related to that topic, to that individual, to whatever you want to transmute. So you focus and you take your time and you literally go within each part of your body and you gather, literally, like you create a ball and you say, I want to cleanse it, like you cleanse the pool, right? You cleanse everything that is related to this consciously, on purpose, working, focused on this work, right? And you gather all the energy from your body which is related to this specific topic or individual which you want to transmute, or relationship or whatever. This is the silent meditation and light body meditation that help you do this. Next, through mystic prayer meditation, you send that energy, ball of energy, uh, from the energy of the issue which you want to transmute. You send it to God exactly like I explained in the video about the mystic prayer. Okay, this is from energy perspective, the way to transmute and do energy work for transmutation. This is essential. This is essential. Now, from a thought perspective, from a logical perspective, there are a number of things which you must do. You block out that topic, you simply reject it. And it's not by being in denial. Be very careful of that. You block that issue out by consciously repeating your self affirmation. This is not my issue. I choose to detach from this issue. This is not my issue. I don't seek a solution now. I don't seek to solve it now. It is not for me to solve this issue. It is not the right time to solve this issue. Okay? So you just push it out of your thoughts. You cleanse your thoughts constantly from that issue. You just refuse to think about it. But you do this consciously, not as a denial. As denial, usually it means that you you deny the fact that you think about something. Okay, so when you do denial, your subconscious is very much focused on that topic. Now what I'm saying here is that you consciously work on your thought process and make sure that you reject and push out that topic consciously, by conscious choice, associated with the energy work. Okay, that is a deeper healing, right? At the same time, you have faith in God for solving that problem for you, or for helping you to reach the proper level of healing in order to be able to deal with that problem in a totally different manner, from a totally different perspective, from a higher perspective, as a healed person after you heal the pain, right? So it won't affect you that much. Then you keep transmuting this, and you do these steps constantly, because this is a process of healing which is done in layers. So you keep doing this constantly until you feel like you can actually revisit the issue and look at it maybe from a different perspective, if you really feel the need to find a solution. Some issues might need solutions, not all. Some of them you can just transmute and just forget about them, right? Another thing that you must do while you do this healing of transmutation is to focus on something else. Redirect your attention. Remember that what you feed your attention on will grow. So if you keep thinking about this topic while you are not able to find a solution, it will block you from healing the pain, or the hurt, or the frustration, or the insult, or the injustice, or whatever that is. So transmutation helps with healing a lot, you know. So you redirect your attention to something creative, which can actually, but not just so you'll have something to do, but something that makes you passionate. It doesn't really matter what, whatever that is that draws your attention and captivates you. You focus on creating something, doing something. You do sport. That's another thing. But be very mindful. When I say you do sport, you do sport by yourself. You don't do necessarily, or let me correct that. You can do also group sport, or collective sport, or whatever, but that doesn't help you as much. You do sport by yourself, gym, cardio particularly, because this helps you also to eliminate that energy. So it's very important. You do it by yourself simply because you have to do it as a cleansing. So while you do sport by yourself, you can focus on doing each step of transmutation, right? So if you do cardio for 1 hour, then in this hour you can do the process of transmutation. For example, I used to do sport, 1 hour cardio and 1 hour aerobics, and for 1 hour during cardio I will do a transmutation process of everything that has happened throughout the day. Yeah. And this, for this you have to focus on your energy, to cleanse your energy, to cleanse your thought, and so on. So you do this as a cleansing, so you focus on that. Of course you can do in a group sport, that is for entertainment, that is for distracting your attention, that's an entirely different thing. But for transmutation purpose, you must do sport by yourself, so you can focus that process on a cleansing. of your thought and of your energy, so it will be efficient, right? Now, another thing is to avoid being remembered or drawn into that topic. One of the things that the toxic people do, uh, they keep insisting on having discussions on issues on which they cannot even find closure or a logic by themselves. And it's just essentially just a pretext for having fights and feeding on darkness and low vibration energy, you know? Because this is what a toxic person is a toxin which has a darkness entity, which is feeding from low vibration energy, it's feeding from energy. So they feel the need, physical need, to have fights with you. I'm serious. I'm not kidding. Uh, it's a physical need because they have a darkness entity, and instead of healing it and going within to transmute it, they keep engaging in fights with other people, because they need that. They need that energy to feed that demon so they can calm down. Um, so again, avoid being reminded or drawn into this topic. Avoid individuals who will reopen the same discussion, the same contradiction, the same, because this is not helping you. This is not reaching anywhere. Avoid individuals that are connected to that, or places, or activities, or whatever that remind you of that. Try to do something new in your life which will help you transmute and not constantly be reminded of it, right? Um, write astral letter. Write astral letter about that topic, and you can revisit that astral letter, keep it on your altar, and sage it, light a candle, and you can write in astral letter the entire thing. Because you can do the following: you can write astral letter from time to time, and then revisit the previous astral letter to see if you evolved in your healing process. You can ask there, for example, for help and guidance in order to reach a deeper understanding about the cause and effect, why this happened, how it happened, who's guilty, what can be changed, what solution is best, and so on. What is the highest interest of all involved? You can ask guidance, you can ask help with the healing process, you can ask to be guided how to view this. Many times these issues, particularly if you feel deeply hurt by something or someone, usually that is a person or an issue which comes from a previous lifetime, and has deeper roots on soul level, on DNA level. And it's basically pain accumulated throughout different more different lifetimes. And hence the pain, even though maybe that individual only said or did something once, but on your cellular level, on DNA level, you still have accumulated the pain from the same interaction, the same betrayal which that individual has done to you in previous lifetimes. And then the pain is deeper, and the wound is deeper, and the healing must go in more in depth. Okay. So you must ask guidance and help, because that is a bondage which you must break, and it means that the two of you came together in this lifetime in order to break that bondage. Now you can break it together if you are in the position to reach closure together, which I said already. It requires you maturity, willingness, honesty, and so on. Or you can break that bondage by yourself. You don't have to do it together. You cross paths together in order to break that bondage. How you do it, it depends on the circumstances. Ideally, of course, God wants everybody to break bondages together in a mutual common understanding, and evolve together on a higher level and higher from a higher perspective, and so on. It's very difficult to achieve that at times. So you can even do that by yourself, if this is what you prefer to do, and what is best is your higher it's in your higher interest. It means that it's the best way for you to deal with that. If interaction with the other individual does more harm to you, then you shouldn't insist on doing on reaching closure with that individual, or doing bondage breaking with that individual. You can do it by yourself. This is why I'm explaining how you can do it and how you can reach this. But this type of cleansing, because transmutation is cleansing, essentially, is cleansing your body and your mind from that topic. Yeah. And again, some issues might need a final solution at some point. You can revisit that at a later stage when you are in a different position to deal with it from a higher perspective. But some issues don't really need a solution. Some issues, again, come into our attention only because we need to break that bondage, and then we move on. We are different people. And you don't really have to insist on drawing a line and having a common understanding on some issues. You can move along. You can transmute. And I firmly believe that transmutation is much of a wiser and fair approach to an individual that harmed you than forgiveness. Because forgiveness many times is not that honest. It's easy to say that you forgive someone, but it's very difficult to actually achieve true deep forgiveness. It might be that in your soul, you still keep some resentment. From time to time, you keep think that, yeah, of course, I forgave that person, but he was actually guilty, you know. So it's a very difficult process. And to be very honest, you never know the exact truth about that person. It's very complicated to know exactly what generated that outcome, how that individual got to that place. Um, if you insist on doing this process thoroughly and honestly, you will be very much blocked and stuck in over analyzing many things. Transmutation is a process of healing, of letting go, of surrendering the issue to God, to solve it, to make justice, claiming justice between you and that individual, judgment, and then moving on because you have other things to do. You cannot be dwelling on the same issues and over and over and over again. It's counterproductive. Okay. And it basically just reinforces a wound. It doesn't lead to healing. Yeah. Okay, so this is how you achieve transmutation. Please go and watch again the silent meditation, the mystic meditation, and the light body meditation videos, so you will understand exactly how this works. Um, I hope you all will do transmutation. I believe that the world will be better if everyone will do transmutation and will mind their own business, trying to create and to evolve spiritually.